You mean like the glasses?
I'm making it
Can't wait to see that.
because you'll know when you're here.
Me too.
And I was
Hi.
worried about being late.
No.
6 o'clock?
You're exactly on time.
Yeah, but there's not enough people in Vermillion.
I know, but there is,
Yeah, but here it is because
we have people online.
6.5 people.
We have people online.
All
You
we
see
need
that
are-
camera over there?
Okay.
And it just went on.
And all we need are
So
5
we can
people.
wave and we can, and, you know.
Could have done this from home.
But it's much better here.
I'm only here to say Kaddish for my mom.
That's a good reason to, it's a great reason to be here.
I guess.
Yeah, I agree, I think, yes, the right over there, the red ones. Closer ones to the edge. What was that? Like you saw some people? Oh, yay! Hi, guys! Hi, Eitan.
Fire's already there, but you got the plastic material.
Should I just start? You want to walk or should I just start? Do you want to talk or should I just start?
You should just start.
Ya la 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 ya da 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 ya la la ya la I la 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 ya la 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 Yam bara dai dai yada dai 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 dai. I lie 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 nine 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 nine. Ya nine 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 lie ay ay ay. I lie 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 lie. Na nine 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 lie lie. Lie 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 lie. Bye nine 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 lie lie lie. Ya lie lie la la lie la lie lie. Lai lai la la lai, page 5. Shalom aleichem, malachei asharet, malachei elyon, mi melech malchei hamalachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Shalom aleichem, malachei asharet, malachei elyon, mi melech malchei hamalachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Oy oy oy. Shalom aleichem, malachei asharet, malachei elyon, mi melech malachei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Bawachem l'shalom, malachei shalom, malachei elyon, mi melech malchei hamalachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Bawachem l'shalom, malachei shalom, malachei elyon, mi melech malchei hamalachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Ay ay ay. Bawachem l'shalom, malachei shalom, malachei elyon, mi melech malachei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Baruch hu ni l'shalom, malachei shalom, malachei elyon, mi melech malchei hamalachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Baruch hu ni l'shalom, malachei shalom, malachei elyon, mi melech malchei hamalachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Ay ay ay. Baruch hu ni l'shalom, malachei shalom, malachei elyon, mi melech malachei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Tzeitzchem l'shalom, malachei shalom, malachei elyon, mi melech malchei hamalachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Oy, tzeitzchem l'shalom, malachei shalom, malachei elyon, mi melech malchei hamalachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Oy oy oy. Tzeitzchem l'shalom, malachei shalom, malachei elyon, mi melech malachei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu.
Shabbat Shalom to everybody in the room and to everybody who's joining us from home. It's wonderful to see some of you in person and to know that the rest of you are here. I'm Jill Goldwright. I'm the rabbinic intern here at Adat.REL, and just want to wish everybody a good Shabbos. And I'm going to throw in a little Shana Tova and Gemar Chatima Tova while I'm at it. We're going to continue with Lechu Neranena, which is on page 11 in our Siddur.
Lechu neranena l'Adonai, nariya letzur yishenu, nekadma fana b'toda, bizmirot nariya lo, nekadma fana b'toda, bizmirot nariya lo. Ki el gadol Adonai umelech gadol al kol Elohim asher beyado mechkerei aretz v'toafot harim lo asher beyado mechkerei aretz v'toafot harim lo. Asher lo yavi asal yaveshen avi atzor boni shalom hayom yom Arba'im shana akut bedor ואומרם טועה לבבהם, והם לא ידעו דרכי, אשר נשבעתי באפי, אם יבואון אל מנוחתי. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברוך הוא שמו בצליון, ישועתו סבו גבוהים כבודו מיום. ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירעם הים ומלואו. ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירעם הים ומלואו. יאללה לי 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 יאללה לי 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 יאללה לי 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 יאללה ניי 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 יאללה ניי 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 יאללה ניי 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 ניי. ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירעם הים ומלואו. ישמחו השמיים ותגל הארץ, ירעם הים ומלואו. יאללה לי 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 יאללה לי 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 יאללה לי 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 יאללה לי 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 יאללה לי 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 יאללה לי 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 יאללה לי 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 יאללה לי 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 יאללה לי 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 yada lai lai la lai yada lai lai la lai yada lai lai la lai 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 ya alo sadai v'chol asher bo az yiranenu kol atzei ya'ar lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz yishpot tevel b'tzedek v'yamim b'emunato.
We'll continue with Kabbalat Shabbat on page 17 with Mizmor Shiru L'Adonai.
Mizmor Shiru L'Adonai Shir Chadash Ki Niflaot Asa Hoshia Lo Yemino Uzero Akodsho Hodia L'Adonai Yeshuato L'nei Hagoyim Gilat Tzidkato Zachar Chasto Be'emunato Leveit Yisrael Ra'u Kol Afsei Aretz Et Yeshuat Eloheinu Hariu L'Adonai Kol Haaretz Pitzchu Veranenu Vezameru Zamru L'Adonai Bechinor V'kol Zimra B'chatzotzrot v'kol shofar Hariu lifnei HaMelech Adonai Yiram hayam umlo'o Tevel v'yoshveva Neharot yimcha uchaf Yachad harim yeranenu lifnei Adonai Kiva lishpot haaretz Yishpot tevel b'tzedek me ya lai ya lai 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 ya lai lai ya lai 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 ya lai 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 ya lai lai ya lai 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 lai.
We move to Lecha Dodi, the special poem written for Shabbat in which we feel the presence of the Shabbat bride, the Shabbat queen, the Shabbat beloved. Whatever part of that imagery makes you feel elevated is what you carry with you as you invite that beloved imagery, that feeling of Shabbat inside to come together. Lecha Dodi is on page 23.
Yam baradai dai dai lecha dodi, yam baradai dai dai likrat kala, yadai dai 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 pene Shabbat nekabelai. Yam baradai dai dai lecha dodi, yam baradai dai dai likrat kala, yalalai lai lai pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi. Lecha dodi likrat kala, you answer me, pene Shabbat, pene Shabbat nekabela, shamor vezachor bedibur echad, hishmianu ela meyuchad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'litila olecha dodi lecha dodi likrat kala u'penei Shabbat penei Shabbat nekabela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha ki mekor haberacha meirosh mikedem nesucha sof maseh b'machshava techila lecha dodi lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat penei Shabbat nekabela mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzei mitoch hafecha rav lach shevet b'yemek habacha ve'u yachmol alayichem lam lecha dodi licha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat, penei Shabbat nekabela, hitna'ari me'afar kumi, livshi bigdei tifartechami, al yad ben yishai beit, halach mikoreva el nafshi geyala, lecha dodi, lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat penei Shabbat nekabela hitoreri ki va'orech kumi ori Uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alayich nigla lecha dodi lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat penei Shabbat nekabela lo tevoshi velo tikalmi ma tishtochachi u'ma tehemi bach yachesu aniye ami v'nivneta ir al tila lecha dodi lecha dodi likrat kala penei Shabbat penei פני שבת נקבלה והיו למשיסה שוסייך ורחקו כל מבלייך יסיס עלייך אלוהייך כי ימסוס חתן על כלה לך דודי לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת פני שבת נקבלה ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תעריצי אל יריש בן פרצי בן ישמחה ונגילה לך דודי לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת פני שבת נקבלה בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה לך דודי לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת פני שבת נקבלה לך דודי לך דודי לקראת כלה פני שבת פני שבת נקבלה אמדרדיינה דודי אמדרדיינה לקראת כלה אמדרדיינה פני שבת נקבלה אמדרדיינה לך דודי אמדרדיינה לקראת כלה אמדרדיינה פני שבת נקבלה.
Now it's starting to feel like Shabbos. We continue on page 27 with Mizmor Shir.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת טוב להודות להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון טוב להודות להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות להגיד בבוקר חסדך ואמונתך בלילות. Just go right to candlelight.
There are a lot of different interpretations for why there are 2 candles that we kindle on Shabbat. Some say that it was normal to light 1 candle every night. So to designate the specialness of Shabbat, we light 2. Some say that the 2 candles represent Shamor and Zachor, the 2 commandments to both guard and remember the Shabbat. From the earliest moments of Rabbinic Judaism, it was really within the milieu of the home and the women in the home who lit the Sabbath candles. So I find it wonderful that tonight, not only do we have 2 candles for Shabbos, but we have 2 lighters, a mother and a daughter, who are going to make the bracha over the candles for us. So you'll notice that they're already lit, but let's bless them together. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, guys. Shabbat Shalom. We continue with the Baruch Hu, which is on page 39, and the congregation will please rise.
Lai, 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 hai, lai, 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 hai, lai, 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 ai, lai, 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 lai. Baruchu et Adonai HaMivorach. Baruch Adonai HaMivorach. Baruch Adonai HaMivorach le'olam le'olam va'ed. Lai 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 lai. Lai, 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 ai, lai, 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'yikar Umavir yom umevi laila Umavdil ben yom uven laila Adonai tzvaot shemo el chai v'kayam Tamidim lo chaleinu le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai Ha'ma'ariv ha'ravi Mahavat olam beit Yisrael M'chahavta Torah mitzvot. V'avatcha al tasir mimenu li'olam bim Baruch atah Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol miodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha ve'shinantam levanecha ve'dibarta bam B'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha uv'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha uv'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha v'ayim shamo atish b'mizutay Adonai Elohechem emet ve'emunah kol zovagem aleinu ki Adonai Eloheinu ve'en zolato menach Yisrael. Umalchuto biratzon kiblu aleihem Moshe u'Miriam u'vnei Yisrael lechanu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru chulam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora teilot o sefele nora teilot O sefele malchutcha ra'uvanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe zeili anu v'yamru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'ne'emar kifod Adonai et Yaakov u'ge'alo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai ka'al Yisrael.
Amen. Hashkivenu is on the top of page 45, and instead of using the traditional davening nusach, we're going to sing a melody that begins with the Hebrew of Hashkivenu and moves into the English, which the words do not exist in the prayer book, but you'll catch on. It's called Shelter Us. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom. Ve'hamidenu malkeinu lechayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wing, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Let's do those amens one more time. Amen. 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 The Kaddish appear. Oh, I'm sorry, Vishamru. I almost forgot. How could I forget Vishamru? Page 46.
Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש ביום השביעי. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, שבס לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם וליומי יומיים, יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן ויעלמה, ואמרו Amen.
I invite you to rise, either in body or in spirit, as we face the ark, the Amidah, which goes from page 47 to page 52.
Shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru. Amen. Ose shalom bimroma. Uya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru. Amen. Yamanai lai lai lai, yamanai lai lai, yanai lai 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 lai, yanai lai 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 lai, yamanai lai lai lai, yanai lai lai lai, yanai lai lai lai, yanai lai 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 lai. Yoseh shalom bimromav. Uya'aseh shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru, amen. We are going to go to page 53 to the bottom paragraph to Magen Avot. Magen Avot bidvaro mechayem meitim b'mamaro ha'el hakadosh she'en kamohu hameniach liyamo beyom Shabbat kodsho. Kivam ratza lehaniach lahem, Kivam ratza lehaniach lahem, Lefanav navod beyira v'fachad, v'nodeh lishmo b'chol yom tamid, me'ein habrachot. El hodot Adon Hashalom Mekadesh HaShabbat Umvarech Shevi Umeniach Bikdusha Le'amedu Shnei Oneg Zecher Lemase Vereshit. Yitkanav Yikana Shemei Rabbah Beyalma Divrachiru Tevim Lichmagodei B'chayechonu V'imechonu V'chaydocha Beit Yisrael Ba'agala V'izman Kariv Imeru Amen. Yesh Mei Rabbah Mevorach Li'olam U'li'omei Omaya Yitbarach V'ishtabach V'yitpor V'yitruma Minaseh V'yitadar V'yitilai V'yitilal Shmei L'Kudusha Brichu Le'ela Min Kol Berachata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechamata Damirandim V'yimeru Amen. Titkabel Tzloton U'valton D'chol Yisrael Kodam Avon Divishmai V'yimeru Amen. Yesh Lam Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu V'kol Yisrael V'yimeru Amen. Oseh Shalom Bimromav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu V'kol Yisrael V'kol Yoshvei Tevel V'yimeru Amen.
Good Shabbos again. Well, it's hard to believe, but the portion that we are talking about this week is the second to last portion of the entire Torah. Hazinu, the penultimate parsha, the one in which Moshe Rabbeinu gives us his final song, his final poem, his final words. He opens up that long section by invoking both heaven and earth. He says, "Give ear, O heavens, let me speak. Let the earth hear the words I utter." It's almost as if he's already placing himself both on the earth where he's been and in the heavens where he knows he's destined to go. God has already told him that he would not be entering the promised land. And even still, Moses has this long poem of praise where he calls God the rock. In fact, he uses the word rock 7 times in this parsha. The rock being the foundational earthly basis, both of his life and of the life of Bnei Israel. Even though God is disallowing him to move forward, he still instructs the children of Israel that it is their full, in fact, their life depends on it, their responsibility to follow God's law. He says, "Yea, all God's ways are just, a faithful God, never false, true and upright indeed." This portion also talks to us about how the words of Moses' instruction and the words of God's instruction fall down upon us like rain and like dew. Again, invoking this kind of 2-level imagery of heaven and an earth. So as we get to the very closing of the Torah, with all the discussion about land and moving from one land to another land, all of this seems to be only half of the story. When God says to Moses in the last line of this parsha, "You may view the land from a distance, but you shall not enter it, the land that I'm going to give to the Israelite people." I don't know about you guys, but for me, this has always been extremely troubling. Like, really? Moses, of all people, the one who's been doing everything, doesn't get to enter the promised land? It's a really problematic premise. For the longest time, I didn't understand it. And now, even though I don't claim full understanding, here's what I've come to about this. It sounds cliche, but it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. It's not about reaching the end goal. It's about the steps needed to take to reach the end goal. Of course, Moses, our leader, our teacher, our guide, doesn't make it to the promised land, because that would be the end of the story, right? Moses being kept back from the final destination becomes a model for us all, which is that we have to know what we're doing today. We have to make our decisions well as we're on our journey. If we're too focused on the destination, we miss where we are right now. We miss what we're supposed to be doing today. We miss the path. We miss the experience. And we lose perspective on our own personal journeys. So I feel better about this moment than I ever did. And especially entering the new year, my hope for all of us is that as we take our journey through 5783, that we don't think about 5784. We think about 5783 and make our journey the most meaningful and the most present that we can. Shabbat Shalom. Kiddush is on page 55. Please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava u'ratzon inchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit Ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim Ki vanu facharta liotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha v'yahava uvratzon yinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen.
L'chaim.
While we're standing, we face the ark for Aleinu on page 56.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורלנו ככל עמונם ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ ומשב יקרו בשמיים ממעל שכינתו זו ושכינתו זו בגובי מרומים הוא אלוהינו אין עוד אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו ככתוב בתורתו וידעת היום והשבותה אל לבבך כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחת אין עוד לא כי נקבל לך אדוני אלוהים לרוב מרב בדיברנו תקין עולם מלאך ושאר בכל בן המסורי ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לי עולם ועד ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Before we get to the Mourner's Kaddish, I'd like to have you turn to page 59. And we are going to read Psalm 27 in English. Please join me. Adonai is my light and my help. Whom shall I fear? Adonai is the stronghold of my life. Whom shall I dread? When evil people assail me to devour my flesh, my enemies and those who besiege me, it is they who stumble and fall. Should an armed camp be arrayed against me, my heart would show no fear. If they were to go to war against me, of this I would be sure. One thing I ask of Adonai, this is what I seek, to dwell in the house of God all the days of my life, and to behold God's peacefulness, and to pray in God's sanctuary. In a time of calamity, you would hide me in your sukkah, enfold me in the secret recesses of your tent, and you raise me up to a stronghold. Now my head is raised high above my enemies round about, and I come with offerings amidst trumpet blasts to God's tent, chanting and singing praise to Adonai. Adonai, hear my voice as I cry out. Be gracious to me and answer me. It is you of whom my heart said, seek my face. It is your presence I seek, Adonai. Do not hide your face from me. Do not act with anger toward me. You have always been my help. Do not forsake me. Do not abandon me, my God, my deliverer. Though my father and mother abandon me, Adonai will gather me in. Show me your way, Adonai, and lead me on a straight path, despite those arrayed against me. Do not hand me over to those who besiege me, for false witnesses who breathe hatred have risen against me. If only I could trust that I would see God's goodness in the land of the living. Place your hope in Adonai. Be strong and take courage, and place your hope in Adonai. As we recite the Mourner's Kaddish this evening, we remember the memories of Irene Shapiro, Sidney Simmons, Harriet Staub. If there are any other names that you would like to elevate and raise up, you may either speak them aloud or speak them in your heart and on live stream as well.
Read the whole list for the whole.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, so this is for the,
I apologize.
I didn't go over this with you today. I'm sorry.
Let me continue to read names.
Your sites for the coming week.
I really apologize. Your states for the entire week. I add to the names I already read: Hugo Alexander, Alex Feinberg, Joseph Finkelbrand, Bessie Fürst, Edie Hertz, Lois Jaffe, Lydia Greenberg-Kachuk, Robert Lee Richardson, Alan Bloomfield, Morris Jacob Burton, Dorothy Friedman, Manuel Lieber, Jean Redstone, Anna Weisbaum Sigmund, Jordan Barness, and Adolph Bazol. Also, let me please mention that today we laid to rest David Henry Bernstein, the father of Michael and Rachel Bernstein. And we are in the era of Shloshim for Yael Haya Strauss-Steiner and Gay Horowitz. The community remembers all of them and all of, oh my goodness. Also, the art sites this week of Bruce Allen Davidson, Frank Fishkin, Sim Gelfand, Marcia Kellerman, Miriam Sheldon, Eli Superstein, Lauren M. Fife Jr., Regina Slomiak, Marie Stavros, Trudy Weber, Sydney Dermer, Pearl Greensweig, Estelle Rudolph, Lily Schoenberger, Sylvia Marcus Shamus, Mary Weinberg, Moa Tan Wu, Lon Yankovsky, Jack Genosove, Joseph Hennig, Jacob Josephsberg, Goldie Linoski, Lena Berkowitz-Tepperman, and Mildred Wagner. My sincere apologies for not understanding the way this list was written. For their memories and the memories of all of our loved ones, please rise if you're in mourning. And we join together on the Mourner's Kaddish on page 58. Yitkadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah. Be'alma divara kirute v'yamlich malchute v'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala v'zman kariv v'yimru. Amen. Yehe shmei rabbah mevarach le'alam ulmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudashah brichu. Le'ela min kol, pirata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, dami ram be'alma, v'yimru, amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'yimru, amen. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'yimru, amen. May the memories of all of the names on the list and all of the names in our hearts be for a blessing.
Amen.
We are going to conclude with Yigdal, which is on page 62 of the Siddur.
But first, I would like to say a couple of things. So first of all, hello, Jill Goldwright, our wonderful rabbinic intern. I am so pleased that I'm getting to know you more and more each day, and we're, starting to work together, and it's really wonderful. So I thank you and I welcome you. And this is, aside from doing some things, Jill did several things during the high holidays, and also took over for me a couple of weeks ago. And this is the first time she is standing in as on that side of the bima. So, and my bad that I didn't explain the way we read the Yort site list, etc. So I'll fix that. I'm sorry, or it's been fixed, whatever. So I just want to say thank you very much to you, and it's a pleasure, and I look forward to many, many more Shabbatot together. Thanks to all of you who are in the room. Thanks to those of you who are on live stream. Thank you to my partner in crime, as always, David Kamener, a better partner in this situation I cannot think of. So you are really terrific. And also thank you for all your hard work on the high holidays as well. I'd like to make a couple of announcements. Services tomorrow are at 9 o'clock as usual. And then it's Sunday. And Sunday night starts Sukkot. Sunday morning, we have a regular minyan. Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, no minyan at all, as in our regular daily minyan, until Wednesday morning, Chol HaMoed Sukkot. Instead, we have Sukkot services Monday morning and Tuesday morning, 9 a.m., okay? Starting in Dieber, chapel, moving into here. Bring your lulav and etrog, lots of fun as we shake the lulav and hold the etrog, and do Hallel and all sorts of wonderful things. So that's what's coming up in the next few days, and then in the next few days you'll hear more about Simchat Torah. We've got a lot of things coming up. Shmini Atzeret, which is a week from Monday, is when there's Yizkor, and then Monday night is Erev Simchat Torah, where there'll be a lot of fun, and a big Torah unroll, unwrap. And what am I forgetting? Oh yes, the prayer for rain. That's on Shmini Atzeret as well. So lots of good stuff coming up in the liturgy, and in my house there's lots of good eating because we're going from sukkah to sukkah and cooking up a storm and everything. So we're looking forward to a great Chag. And now, Yigdal on page 62. Yigdal Elohim Chai v'yishtabach Nimtzav yenei tel metziuto Echad v'yen yachid keyichudo Ne'lam v'gam ein sof le'achduto Ein lo demut haguf v'yeino guf Lo na'aroch elav kedushato Kadmon l'chol davar asher nivra Rishon v'yen reshit l'reshito Hino Adon Olam v'chol notzar Yoreh gedulato u'malchuto Shefa nevuato netano Elanu shesegulato v'tifarto Lo kam b'Yisrael kemo she'od navi U'mabit et emunato Torah temet natan li amoel al yad neviyo neman beito lo yachal lipael velo yamir dato liolamim lezulato Sofer v'yodea setarenu Mabit lesof davar bekadmato Gomer leish chesed kemifalo Noten l'rosh hara kerishato Yishlach leketz yamin meshichenu Liftot mechake ketz Yeshuato Metim yachayel berov chasto Baruch Adei Shem Tehilato Metim Yechayel Berov Chasto Baruch Adei Shem Tehilato. Good Shabbos, everybody.
Good Shabbos. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom. Go. David, thank you. Hi, Shabbat Shalom. Yeah, I got it.